All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our
Hi, Matt.
first session. Hi,
Hi.
hi, y'all. Uh, Welcome to our first session of year one, um, live play tabletop role playing game where we're going to be playing Avatar Legends, which is not out yet, but the quick play is, and the whole thing's supposed to be coming out, I guess, this spring. We're going to get the full rule set, which is super exciting. And then this very well might morph into something to do with that once we get there. Uh, so, some super quick housekeeping stuff. No one on this stream has played this game other than me, and I played it once 6 months ago. Uh, so we're definitely professionals. Um, Two of the players and myself have seen, I think, all ish of the Avatar show. One person has just started watching it, and one person has never seen it. So, um, uh, I think that's a fun way to just kind of show how robust this world is, right? Um, that you can play in it, and it's full and lively, whether or not you know the cartoon. Um, we are going to be playing in the Hundred Years' War era. If you're familiar with the show, this is the time when Avatar Aang was stuck in an iceberg. That is a spoiler alert for the first 14 seconds of the show. Sorry.
Come on.
I know. I know. Um, and I'm not going to go over the rest of it. We're just gonna play. Does everyone want to quickly introduce their characters to our adoring fans and remind all of us who your character is, particularly the GM?
How much do you want?
Introduce your character. Whatever you think a nice, succinct introduction would be.
Uh,
Ooh.
Putting us on the spotlight here.
I know. Okay.
Do you,
Mike, why
do
don't
you
you
want
go
like our
first?
motivation for travel?
Mike, why don't you introduce your character quickly? Start us
Hi,
off.
I'm Lee Wan Wei, and I'm from Ba Sing Se. My family is pretty well known in those parts for doing some kind of bad stuff, so I'm not really too proud of that. I like to draw and paint, and I don't know, I'm kind of shy. But hoping that this trip to the Western Ear Temple will be a nice break from city streets.
Okay, welcome one way. Um, Let me just go in order then. Shelly, why don't you introduce your character?
Hello, I'm Una. I'm from the Northern Water Tribe. Um, my family was not royalty, but did some favors for the royal family, and now I am betrothed, and I am not super thrilled with that, but I carry the ring on my necklace here, and I just kind of want to have a little adventure before I have to settle down into that life. So I've been writing with my friend, Sister Sanj, and just kind of decided to go take a little impromptu visit, and we'll see what goes from there.
All right. And Kayla, you're up next.
I am Sister Sanj. I am from the Western Air Temple. I recently got my airbending master arrows. So my hair is just growing back in from being shaved from getting my arrows. I can be a pretty serious person. Being a monk, I'm very pious and peaceful. I don't like conflict very much. And I spend a lot of time meditating and hanging out with my flying bison.
Whose name is?
Anpu.
There you go. And last but not least, Eve.
Um, so hello, my name is G. I am from the Fire Nation, although I am not the enemy. Um, I believe we can be better people than ruthless. Uh, I forgot the the word in English. Give me a second. Uh, invaders?
Mhm.
That works, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I came here in the hopes of showing that we can be better than that.
I do want to remind. So we're in the first year of the 100 Years' War, which means they're not super ruthless invaders yet. They have set up some colonies in the Earth Kingdom, right? They have definitely gone and taken some land that did not belong to them. But this all-out war isn't a thing. It hasn't happened yet.
Perhaps the few villages they
Yeah.
took was enough for me to like say no.
Perfect. Yes. You're burning your draft card. I love it. So I'm gonna set this up. So, oh, hang on. Let me get some. Let me get some music going. The Western Air Temple does not usually have this many visitors. Almost impossible to access except by flying bison. The upside down architecture, the downward pointed buildings on the underneath of the cliff are home to airbenders, nomads, monks who live in close to solidarity. This is a strange time. There are many visitors currently at the Western Air Temple. One Way is there with his family from Ba Sing Se. Has been for some days now.
Not a boy. Just saying.
Sorry, I did not get genders, and we did this a week ago, and I forgot everything. Thank you for correcting me. One Way has been there with his family, and has
still not a boy.
With their family. Sorry, I'm looking at your face, and I know you, and it's confusing me. But this is a game. Let me write that note so I do not make that mistake.
So it's they, them, not she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They're there with their family, and he's been there. They've been there for a few days, and has made friends with some of the locals, including Sister Sanj. Right, I'm saying that. Okay.
Yes.
Man, I'm worried about name pronunciations here. We'll get this. Has made friends with Sister Sanj. G, how long have you been at the temple?
I would say a few weeks, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. And I think Sister Sanj has taken it upon herself to welcome these newcomers, these visitors. And I think you're excited that you have a new visitor coming today as well. Una, your longtime pen pal, sending messages back and forth by Messenger Hawk, has been talking to you about her pending wedding and looking to go on an adventure. You suggested she come to you. One of the other air nomads that was at the Northern Water Tribe offered to bring her, and she should be arriving today. But Sister Sanj, G, and One Way, what are you three doing as you hang out in one of these if you look at Roll20, I kind of give you a visual of this. These buildings that get precariously smaller on your way down. Just balconies around these buildings that you can see without railings, because certainly the airbenders don't need them. How are you spending your time?
I don't know. What do airbenders do? Do they practice? What do they do?
I would say that I'm probably meditating quite a bit. Practicing my skills. I have mastered the 36 skills to become an airbender.
Nunchuck
but
skills.
practice makes perfect. So I would say I'm just, continuing to practice and hone my craft.
Okay.
I have a question. Can you turn down the music a smidge? It's very loud.
Yes.
Thank you.
It doesn't help you meditate.
Yeah. That's good.
I
Yeah.
am not meditating. I am hanging upside down off one of these balconies, tagging the side of one of these upside down temples.
I think G would probably without hanging upside down, she would peek her head down and she would curiously watch him doing his thing.
Yeah, so G, looks over the side of this, and explain one way a little bit of what you're doing.
So I'm hanging upside down. I have one hand is bracing a cable I have, that's hooked up to the edge, so I'm top below stuff like a lifeline, and then my other hand is with a can, a canister metal tin, there's a little spray nozzle. I'm currently spray painting the side of the stone structure, and a spot where it's not easily going to be found out. The monks won't notice it, hopefully. Kind of just for me. And I'm skinny kid, all dressed all in black, a black kind of travel tunic, a big long one side bangs, mat over one of my eyes, glasses kind of hooked down in the back, so I don't fall off down the abyss. And I'm tagging my my usual thing that I do everywhere, which is purple pentapus with one arrow going one way, behind it.
Yeah, I love it. Sister Sanj, we know that G is pretty interested in what One Way's doing right now. How is this affecting your meditation?
I think that as I've originally achieved my peace of mind, and I'm sitting on an air orb like I do when I normally meditate. So I'll create that ball of air underneath myself and sit on top of it. But as I'm noticing what's going on, I feel like I'm losing my focus, and the air ball is probably under me is faltering a little bit, threatening to dissipate if I can't maintain my focus.
Okay. Let's get into it then. Why don't you roll? Yes, believe it or not, we're gonna roll a die. A couple of them, even.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna roll to rely on your skills and training, because you're trying to rely on your airbender training, right, to maintain your concentration. You just got those arrow tattoos on your head, on your hands, right? You're feeling like a master, so you're gonna roll with this. So this is a Powered by the Apocalypse system, which means we know we're going to roll 2d6. And to rely on your skills and training, you are going to roll with focus.
So I should just have to click this button, and I don't have to do any...
And because we're on Roll20, you should just have to click a button. Yes.
I had mixed success.
A mixed success. So that is a hit. So on a hit, you do it. But on a 7 to 9, you do it imperfectly. The GM tells you how your approach might lead to unexpected consequences. You can accept those consequences or mark 1 fatigue. Well, I think this is a pretty
low key. I'll accept it.
Sure. Yeah. So as you're sitting there on this ball, you're actually going up and down, right? This ball of spinning air is like shrinking, and then you like turn your head and go no no no, and you concentrate, and it gets bigger again. You get lifted off, and then you hear Sanj as she makes some comment on One Way's thing, and you go, and your concentration dwindles again. So you're getting a little bit seasick, going up and
Goody.
down on this
Great.
ever inflating ball of air. And then you hear a voice that I don't think you've ever heard before, off in the distance. And Una, what is this happen? So you look out. You were told by the other air nomads that, oh, she'll be out there, and you look out, and certainly you only see the only person there that could be your friend.
So I have a little koala otter whose name is Halu, and I'm gonna set him down, and I'm just gonna point at Sister Sanj, and he's gonna run over and maybe do a couple circles around you, so you see him. And obviously it's a water tribe creature, so I think you kind of know I'm coming, and I'll kind of run and follow him.
Oh.
And what do you look like? What do you look like as you're running over?
So I have kind of standard water tribe coloring, black eyes, bright blue eyes, dark brown hair. I want to say I have a lot of braids from being married into the royal family, and I have like pretty royal clothes, but maybe I don't look very comfortable in them yet because I wasn't born into that life. It's kind of relatively new for me. So, things maybe don't quite fit as well as they should, and I'm kind of like tripping over stuff as I run, but I'm still excited and happy, and I'm running.
Oh.
And
I'm
Halu literally looks like a koala with an otter tail, and he's kind of long and slinky, and he has little stripes on his tail.
Slinky might be my favorite word ever.
I'm gonna let the air that I'm sitting on dissipate, because at this point I'm like I'm clearly not gonna be able to get in my meditation. So I'll bend down and I'll pick up I'll pick up, what's his name?
Halu.
I'll pick up Halu and be like, little creature, you look like you're awfully far from home.
Sister Sanj!
Una! And I'll give her a hug.
So nice to finally meet you in person.
It's nice to meet you as well. It's nice to finally put a face to all of the words.
All your letters like stuffed into my sleeve, and I pull them out. I'm like, you've just helped me so much, and I think this is going to be really good. I'm sorry it was so last minute that I decided to come here, but I think I really need this. Also, it is very hot here.
You're always welcome, and yes, it is quite warm. You'll get used to it, though. You should probably change. You're wearing a lot of fur.
That's true. Take off my coats and stuff. What? Do you see that?
What? What am I looking at?
Is this like paint dripping? Are you guys doing like renovations or something?
We have a lot of visitors right now, and some of them aren't the most couth individuals. I believe that One Way is at it again.
Done this before.
Yes. One Way, you should probably come down. I'll bellow at him.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done anyway. What do you think, G?
Think it looks really good. You're talented, you know that?
Thanks. And I'll kind of pick my way back up using that line I have, and I'll click a button on the canister in the line, like the other canister I have. Kind of just like almost like one of those dog leashes, just sucks it back in, so it goes coming out from the other canister on my hip. And then I'll just kind of walk up to the other people in there.
I'll follow.
I agree, you are very talented. I just wish you found a more legal, personal, non-public way to display your talents.
It's art, Sanj. It's meant to be seen.
Yes, but this is a temple.
Temples need art too.
I'm
And
just
G
gonna
is giggling.
I'm
in
gonna
the
shake
corner.
my head and I'm gonna like just step back for a minute. Oh, this is my friend Una. We've been writing back and forth for many years now.
G would definitely like step forward immediately, give you her hand, and go, "Nice to meet you. I'm G."
Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Una, I'm one way, and I'll just give a little bow.
I like your art.
Thanks.
Where do you come from?
I'm from the Northern Water Tribe. This is really my first time kind of out of that area, so it's kind of like a little vacation for me, I guess. I don't know.
It's different, huh?
I kind of want to, it seems a little upside down to me, but cool. It's cool.
I understand. I'm from the Fire Nation myself, so this has been quite the change for me too.
Iron Nation, okay.
And one way over
from home.
here is a long way from Ba Sing Se.
Oh.
Haha, Sanj. Never stops being funny.
You all see out in the distance, coming from even further westward than you are, a sky bison. There seems to be 3 individuals on it, and as it gets closer, you realize it is indeed an air nomad, kind of at the front driving it. But the 2 passengers, there, are not. So, actually, a couple of you recognize these individuals. I think that Sister Sanj and G both recognize them. So one is an older gentleman in red robes and this kind of like pointy bishop-looking red hat. And you recognize him to be Fire Sage Zagin.
Quick question.
Yes.
Does that mean like I should feel uncomfortable because I shouldn't be here, or is it fine?
I don't know that you know Zagin too terribly well. I don't know if he's gonna recognize you. You know him more by reputation.
Okay.
He's one of the sages of the Bonti Islands, which are kind of like old, kind of reclusive. But I think you do know the other individual with him, Lan, who is a fairly young man, good reputation among the Fire Nation. He was kind of being courted to work for one of like the powerful noble families, and it was actually a big surprise when he went the way of the sages instead. Right? He very serious in his studies, but he wanted to join these Bonti sages and has been studying there. Yeah, sages are keepers of lore, keepers of tradition, and when there is an avatar, they are also tasked with helping the avatar uphold the balance of the world.
Okay.
Right now, there is no avatar because the last avatar died about 9 years ago, and the new one just hasn't been found yet.
Okay.
So it's a bit early to have discovered the next avatar in the cycle.
So they're both pretty important people within the Fire Nation.
They are both, yeah.
Okay.
Enough that you recognize them.
Okay.
And they actually come to the same temple you are on, but up higher, right? Like a higher level of these like concentric balconies.
Gia would turn to Sanj.
Yeah.
Sorry. By the
you're
way,
good.
quick question. Sister is a title, or is
Yeah.
it a casual title, or okay? rephrase. Should I call you Sister Sanj or Sanj? Like, considering the relationship we have.
I would say that she goes by sister. It's just the female version of monk in this society. So,
Okay.
like, she's like a revered, like, religious person.
So we don't use monk, right? So I should just call you Sanj, right?
No, I would say
No. Okay.
I think keeping sister makes sense.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're
I
fine.
got it.
Call me by
Got
my
it.
title, she said.
Yes. Sister Sanj, any idea what they're doing here?
I'm not sure. Is there somebody from the air temple with them? I assume so if they're on flying bison.
Yes, yeah, there was
yeah.
an air, there was a monk from the air temple, kind of flying.
But no one of note.
No random NPC number 14.
Got it. I'm
have
not
the other
sure why the
13.
Fire Nation might be here. I could check in with Monk Ami and find out. I bet he would have some knowledge.
Or you could just listen in. They're only one level above us.
I mean, sure, but that's more of that rule breaking that we've been talking about one way.
If they don't know, we should be fine.
They're one level above us.
Yes.
Alright, I'd like to kind of try to get up that, like, the staircase and kind of peek around the corner and see if I can hear them around the corner.
G is definitely, like, right behind you.
Yeah, you take the stairs up to the next level of the balcony. Although I think the stairs are inside the building. Right? I'm trying to imagine how these... I think the stairways and
They ever
rooms are
show
inside. And then the other ones are kind of like wraparound porches, but like, you know, like concentrically as it goes down. So, yeah, so you guys, are you all going that way?
I'm following Sister Sanj.
I'm gonna, like, roll my eyes and follow, but at a slight distance.
He doesn't want to be associated with us.
Sure. So you all kind of go up at different levels of interest and kind of go around to the doorway. There's no door blocking it. It's just open. This kind of like open, airy antechamber where the bison has landed. And it is, in fact, Monk Ami. This old gentleman with like the long pointy white beard that's greeting the fire sage and the other one there. As they are there, you hear Monk Ami say, "It is so good to have you visiting us again, Fire Sage Zagan. Of course, you'll want some refreshments and rest yourself before." And he gets interrupted with, "Actually, Monk Ami, we are here on rather a tight schedule. I was hoping to speak with the Mother Superior quickly, if at all possible." "Well, yes, we can see if she is... Han, come here," as he calls NPC number 14, who is now named Han, over and says, "Han, please take the fire sage to freshen up, and then directly thereafter to Mother Superior." He kind of like gives a bow to this elder, and starts to get taken away out another door to the side. But as they're walking, this other young man, kind of like a close cropped, almost militaristic haircut, wearing more of like tunic and pants, like something he can definitely move around in a lot more, rather than these long robes, kind of sees you off to the side, and kind of like hangs back, lets them go ahead, and then comes over to where you all are standing. and actually, because he is also, they are often visitors here, and he gives a bow to you, Sanj, as he sees you, and says, Sanj, so good to see you again. And congratulations on your tattoos.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I couldn't have gotten them without you.
No. Just a couple sparring matches definitely didn't do it. It's your years of dedication.
Oh, I much appreciate it, sir.
Oh, and what an eclectic group to find at an air temple. It's good. Maybe you're allowing in more visitors.
Yes, balance. We are trying very hard to open our doors to others.
That is good, I think. Not so good to keep all of your secrets to yourself.
Indeed.
And he looks at the rest of you and says, I am Lamb. It's nice to meet all of you. And he kind of gives like a short bow.
G will bow as well, yeah.
Una's gonna try and figure out what he did there and copy it.
Oh, it's... Yeah. And he'll actually grab your hands and fix it for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought I was talking to Monk Ami. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
And
No.
Halu's gonna kind of stand there, and his little paws are gonna like kind of mimic it.
Yeah. Well, what are you all up to? Looks like all the old folks are talking about something boring, probably.
I was meditating, but my friend Una is here visiting from the northern water tribe, and I had to stop one way from defiling our temple again.
Oh, I've been able to actually visit the Northern Water Tribe once before, a few years ago now. I was able to see your spiritual forest to the north.
Beautiful.
It was. I certainly found it so.
And G here is training in the ways of firebending.
Yeah. Yes, I am. I would demonstrate, but it might get a little hot, so.
Well, we certainly wouldn't want anything like that. Sanj, you'll have to remind me. Where is it that you keep your scrolls, your historical documents? I may want to peruse them while I'm here.
Oh, all of those things are kept in the library.
The library, and he steps out onto the balcony, off the way. And which of the spires is that?
The fourth one from the left.
Ah, yes. Good to know. Of course, before we do that, have you been working on your bending?
Of course I have been. I always am working on my bending. I just got my arrows.
I wonder if you, and perhaps your friends as well, would be interested in a race?
Race?
That sounds good to me. I love honing my skills. How about everybody
Do
else?
it!
All right, well, let's see. And he kind of starts walking around the balcony, very much acting like he's really trying to figure out the best place to race. And he points over and out to the right, and he says, "First one to get to the central building is the winner." And this is about 5 of these spires away. One rule.
Okay.
No gliders. Or air bison.
That's not
You got me with
fair.
that one time. Well, what do you think?
I'm up to the challenge.
I suppose I will give it a try.
All right, well then, go. And he just jumps off and starts to fall until he kicks his legs and arms out, and fire shoots out of his feet and the back of his hands as he gives himself a short rocket burst over, grabs onto the railing of the next one, and starts lifting himself up. What do all of you do as Lon makes his way off?
I'm gonna create a kind of leapfrog effect, I think. So I'm gonna like jump, land on like an air that I cast, that little cast that I create, I don't know, words, and then bounce off of that to another and have it push me up to another and kind of like leapfrog.
Okay. So I guess you're gonna. Would definitely, I think, be rely on your skills and training, right?
Yeah.
Because you're working on your bending here. So definitely roll a roll to rely on skills and training. This is gonna be rolling with focus.
Nice music.
Oh, I did it.
13. Being in competition, like Sanj's mind turns on as all of a sudden these like balls of swirling air show up as she kind of like bounces and launches herself, leapfrogging across to the next building. What are the
Can I ask a stupid question?
Go for it.
If it's 2d6, how did I get a 13?
Because you have modifiers. Because you rolled focus.
Oh! Right. Sorry, go ahead.
Because you rolled 2 6s plus 1
Plus
for focus.
1. Got it. Never mind. Thank you.
No, good call. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, G, after seeing, what's his name? Lan? Lan. After seeing Lan, she goes, well, two can play that game. And she gets very close to the edge of the balcony, and her palm is facing downwards, and you can start seeing the air moving down her hands, and you see that it's getting hot and hotter and hotter. And at some point, she does the same with her two hands. Some point, it's fire coming out of her hands, and she propulses herself into the air with it.
Okay. Again, I'm going to have you roll to rely on your skills and training.
So that's focus, right?
Yes, it is.
I do have -1, so I'm nervous. Oh.
Failure. Okay. So it doesn't work.
What? You just see the air, and like she goes.
Yeah. After seeing this, you go and you try. This is a good one, I think, for your character too, right? You're trying to use someone else's technique. You're like,
Yeah.
I think I can do that, and you go, and certainly fire shoots out, but as opposed to this jet of flame shooting out of your hands the way that Lon did, it's kind of more of a wave of heat, and you go and you are falling through open air.
So Una's gonna have, she has water coming from a little reserve. She's gonna pull it out, and she's gonna kind of make a little slide that swoops down and then up a little bit.
So
she's gonna do it, right? So it catches G as she's falling, and she ends up sliding, and then Halu and I go on and we follow after her, and we slide to the next one.
That is so fun.
Maybe it'll work. We don't know yet.
I'm gonna have you push your luck. Because
I have a thing for this with a pet.
I think this is a risky situation, right? Someone that you know is plummeting to their death. So I think that would count as a risky situation.
Okay. Oh, my pet thing says whenever your pal can help you push your luck, but I don't think they're really helping me. They're just coming along.
Sure. Yeah, so you can roll with passion, or if you can figure out a way for your pet to help you.
No. He's just along for the ride. Okay, passion. Here I go. Ooh.
Missed success. Okay, yeah. So you create this slide right underneath where G is falling, and you jump on as well, and then you two kind of slide down this quickly and get launched across onto the next one as you're going. I'm going to tell you something that happens because that was a mixed success, but first I want to find out what one way is going to do.
All right, so I'm going to take a running start. I'm going to run, go back across, and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna click 2 switches on these like hip holsters I have. And if I don't know if you guys have ever seen Attack on Titan, but these 2 lines come out, like literally mini grappling hooks, and they like crack into the thing, and they latch on, and then it just pulls me up. So like kind of like the maneuvering gear.
All right. That is probably a relying on your skills check again.
So what is that stat though for that? I'm not sure.
So that's a focus.
Okay.
What's
Oh, no.
creativity?
Oh,
'Cause
no.
I would.
Say that again.
What would be creativity or something along creativity?
Usually passion. Like
Okay.
what skill goes along?
No,
with
no,
that?
like the you have passion, harmony, focus, and creativity.
Oh.
Like what would rely on creativity?
Certain roles, but I like trick.
Oh,
Trick is a
I think I
creativity.
wrote this. Assess situation and trick are creativity.
Okay, okay.
So what happens here? I was kind of hoping you would fail, because what happens is,
No!
yeah, as G and Una are just mid-air, you go and grapple, and they get flung up from this slide as you are going. You all collide. And you do all manage to land on the platform of this next tower, but kind of sprawling on each other. As Sanj just kind of like skips onto it and like runs by all of your mangled bodies in a pile.
Ow.
G is definitely like on her back, laughing her stomach out, and she's like, "Una, that was so cool!
I tried!
It was fun."
Trying to collect the water back.
I'm just gonna yell check on you when I win as I jump to do my next.
Yeah, seeing Sanj pass by, G goes like, "We must hurry! Come on!" And she hurries all of you to like continue.
Okay. Sanj, if you're gonna use the same technique, I imagine, because it worked pretty well.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So as you go and you try to jump over to the next one, a foot comes out to trip you. As Lon had like run around the building, but instead of jumping to the next one, he is going to attempt to trip you and mess you up. How are you going to get around this?
I'm going to. I don't know.
Nope, don't look at your skills. What does your character do?
What does my character do?
Yeah. If you...
I think I would just like throw down some air to like reestablish my balance after tripping and just keep running.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say roll with focus again to rely on your skills and training.
Mixed success.
Sure. So here's what I'll give you with that. You kind of like you trip and whoa, and you just catch yourself. Lon kind of laughs and he goes to jump. So you have 2 options right now. You can either let the other 3 catch up to you because you tripped like this, or you can mark 1 fatigue to stay ahead of them.
I'll wait for them.
Okay. Yeah, so they now all of a sudden just running up kind of along this ledge to get over to the next building are your other 3 companions.
I'm gonna shout, everybody get close to me.
I get
And-
closer.
If everybody comes near me, I'm gonna cast. I'm sorry, I'm so used to playing with magic. I'm gonna create a orb of air around all of us and just kind of like carry us over to where our end game.
Oh god.
But you know what floats? Hot hair. so G is gonna like you see like heat waves coming out of her palm, and like she's touching the ground of this air bubble that you're making to make sure that it stays afloat.
Okay. So not G.
Actually, she's touching the top because hot hair goes up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so she's touching the top. Sorry.
Sanj, roll to rely on skills and training one more time, and take a +1 because G is helping you.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. So what happens is you kind of have this big ball of air kind of shoot out and hold all of you out as it like propels you over to this next building. And as it does, Lon, who was your rival in this, also runs forward, but is blown back by this air. It kind of like falls down a level backwards as you all just get propelled forward. So now you are all ahead of Lon, but you're not quite at the final building yet. So what are you going to each try to do to try to win this thing?
He
Where
said
is-
no glider.
Where is
but-
Lon right now?
He's a whole like temple building behind you because he kind of got blown back by this.
I want to attempt to. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to take a second and I'm going to try to set up kind of a trap for Lon.
Okay.
I'm going to take out both cans. I'm going to take out my umber paint and my ochre, and I'm going to try to mix. I'm going to shake them up real quick, and then I'm just going to paint like an extra 2 feet on the ledge where we landed. And I'm just going to plant my stance, and I'm just going to bend the paint pigment to like extend, but it's very flimsy and very thin. But I'm going to make it appear like I'm going to drop the ledge down so it looks like it has thickness, but it's an illusion. That's kind of what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Nice.
roll for trick. Roll to trick an NPC. It's a creativity roll.
7.
Miss success. Okay. So on a 7 and 9, pick 1. 1 is they stumble, take +1 forward to acting against them. They act foolishly. The GM tells you what additional opportunities they give you. Or they overcommit, they are deceived for some time.
I would just say like what I'm going for is probably that overcommittal, like
Sure.
thinking that that's the trying to land exactly where we landed, keep on pace, and then I don't know. I guess whatever happens happens.
Yeah, okay, so you do this, you paint it out, you bend it, and then you turn around and continue running. What are the rest of you doing?
I know he said no glider, but what if I had a hot air glider? Well, that's a question I was gonna ask. Like, I'm not an airbender, so like, can I make my heat wave like concrete, physical, something I can hold, or like no?
Possibly. What are you trying to do?
A hot air glider.
I don't think you can construct like a complex mechanical thing out of heat. Yeah.
I'm imagining like a giant blanket of air that with like two holes that I can just hold. That's pretty much what I envisioned. But
I'll give you this. I think as you're running, there's another one of these sisters sitting there hanging laundry, right? And on this line, she's hanging like the sheets from the laundry. And as she turns to get the next sheet, you run
It's
by
gone.
and grab that sheet because I definitely think you could like make heat underneath to get you to the next.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say with a, I don't know what they're called, a hot air balloon. Actually,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
they're called. Like I make a hot air balloon contraption with it, and I start floating to the next balcony.
Yeah. So again, relying on your skills and training, lots of bending happening. That's,
God damn it!
Often the bend, unless you have another. If you have another move from your playbook you want to use, guys, let me know that because I don't have those open directly in front of me.
Let me just see where that is.
And remember,
Is it?
you picked 2 of them, so
Give me a second. Is it here? I don't know where they are.
it's in your playbook. So playbook is to this game what character sheet is to like D&D.
Yeah, but where in the playbook?
It's moves. So
Moves.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Mine are combat related, so it doesn't apply
Gotcha.
now.
Okay,
So focus.
that's the one.
I hope someone's still available to save me, just in case. Oh fuck!
Yes. Yes. So what I think happens now is you do, right? Like you heat up the air as you kind of glide over. However, you lose that forward momentum, and I think you're just hanging in the air between these two buildings. Just like cavern below you, like, yeah.
I look back at Sanji and I go like, help?
So that I don't lose my momentum moving forward, I'm just gonna yell, Ampu, yip, yip! And summon my flying bison to save Jay.
She can just give me a push, I'll start floating forward.
Sure. Yeah, and I think this six-legged, big horned flying bison in all its fluffiness comes around this building with a big wah, and just kind of goes and with its tail like hits G as G like a balloon in the air just starts floating ever so gracefully over to the next building.
She would definitely make the conversation to the bison too. She'd like, oh, thank you. What's your name, huh? You look good today.
Una, what are you up to?
So we're running along the ledges, right?
Yes.
And Lon is behind us. Okay.
Yeah, Lon, as far as you know, he's still on the last building.
Okay. I'm gonna leave Halu like at the edge around a corner to scare him
Sure.
when he starts running by. Maybe if the sheets are there, I put a little sheet over him so he looks like a tiny ghost. And I leave him there. And then is Anpu still there? Kind of in between the two buildings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I jump and try and like springboard off his tail to the next one?
That is friggin' cool. Definitely. Here's what I'm gonna have you do. Roll to trick, right? Rather than, because I think with Anpu in the middle, like you've already shown, you can kind of get across these. So getting halfway just to him is good. But this is for your little critter.
Can I do best friend now? Whenever your pelt could help you push your luck, mark fatigue to roll with creativity instead of
because you're
passion.
not pushing your luck, you're tricking.
Okay, sorry.
Sure.
Okay, so creativity.
Don't be sorry, we're all learning. Yes, so you're gonna roll with creativity.
Oh, do I have to? Well, it says input value. Do I have to put 1 if I have a +1?
I don't think so. No, that would be if you had like additional things going forward.
No.
There's a lot of failures tonight, everyone.
Yeah, you're feeling good about yourself, and you jump onto this bison and kind of run across the back and jump. And as you look back, you see your little, what is it? It's an otter penguin?
It's a koala otter.
It's a koala otter. Yeah, this little koala otter had like a ghost under this sheet and then trips and definitely gets like tangled up in this sheet and is a little stuck, and it might take a little extra time to extricate themselves from that. And with that, I believe that Sanj gets to this building first.
Of course she does.
Right? Makes sense, the airbender.
Yeah.
With Una second jumping off of the bison. One way kind of lands on, and then G slowly lands and feet go down on the ground.
The breeze is really nice today, is all I have to say.
Did he fall for the trek? Did Lon fall for the trek?
You turn around to look for Lon, and you don't see him.
Can I pick up Hollow from his little sheet while I went past?
So, yes, I think you got him out of the sheet as you were running past.
Okay, I'll put it on my shoulder.
Okay.
Maybe Halu fell for it and he started walking towards the ledge, and I was like,
Where is Lon?
I don't know. He was right behind us.
You think he fell? And she looks down.
No, he's too good to fall seriously.
And you hear from inside the building that you're now on, a little at a distance. I beg of you, Mother Superior, to reconsider.
"Who's that, Mr. Zahn?"
Here he is.
Mother Superior is in charge here. but I don't know who's speaking with her. Gotta get closer.
Sure. As you get closer to this room in this central building of the Western Air Temple, you look around the corner in through the door, and you see two individuals. One of them is the Mother Superior, sitting on the floor, just in like a meditation pose with her eyes closed. This ancient woman that you know just shakes as she walks. Has been the central voice of the Council of the Western Air Temple for many years now. And everyone knows she doesn't have terribly much time left. She's taking deep breaths as the other figure in the room, Fire Sage Zagen, paces back and forth, kind of towering over this small woman, but not quite looking at her, but kind of pacing in a line back and forth in front. He says, "Mother, if we don't take action now, all of the history of this place will be destroyed. Fire Lord Sozin has lost his mind. He will attack. It will only escalate. If you think he will be satisfied with but a few Fire Nation colonies, you're sorely mistaken. I've told you, you are his next target. He knows that the next avatar is to be born of the Air Nation. He seeks to destroy that threat." The Mother Superior sits there, legs crossed, eyes closed, hands together, forming a circle on her lap. As she says, "Fire Sage Zagen of the Banti Islands. You have long been a friend to the monks and sisters here. However, what you ask is impossible. For us to hand over our treasures to you is an impossibility. It goes against our tradition. We will find the next avatar, and they will keep balance in this world." And you all kind of take a step back after getting this information and kind of look at each other.
G kind of mutters to herself, "I knew it would get worse." And she seems a bit troubled.
What does he want? Go ahead, sorry.
Una's gonna look at Sister Sanj and say, "Are you the Avatar?"
No, I am not. I can
at
only
least they're
bend
not
air.
looking for you then.
Indeed not.
Yeah, and then you
The
do
next avatar.
You do the
Go
math
ahead.
really quick. The avatar would be like 9 years old, and Sanj is like in her 20s. So
That's right.
little off.
I don't know anything about it, so.
I haven't heard any rumors of the next avatar being born, or they haven't found him yet at the very least, or him or her.
Fire Nation's gonna attack here?
I mean, that seems silly. I don't know. Can't possibly imagine why.
They have been trying to expand. I wouldn't think they would take a temple.
I don't know what they would want to do here, or why.
Sounds
We're
like they want to get the
peaceful
Avatar. They want to kill them or capture them.
But we don't even know who he is. He could be in the Eastern Air Temple for all we know.
You know, it's not polite to sneak around doorways. As you all kind of jump and turn, and this ancient kind of curve-backed old woman, totally bald with the blue arrow pointing down at her forehead, just kind of like shuffles over to the doorway by you.
I'm going to say, Mother Superior, I'm so sorry, and I'm going to bow to her.
Gia is still a bit confused and scared, just bows nervously. G, sorry. I'm used to another character that I had named Gia.
Una's gonna do the same, just following whatever Sister Sanj does.
Yeah, I will too.
I'm sure none of you heard anything untoward.
Whatever could you be talking about?
You know. And she kind of like leans into your faces. Like as you're bowed, you're like at the level where her face can get close to your face. And she says, conversations between Mother Superiors and head fire sages are privileged information, legally speaking.
So sorry.
But didn't hear anything. And she gives a good smile.
I imagine not. And Mother Superior kind of looks around a little bit and says, well, I need to go have my supper.
Okay.
Sanj,
Yes, Mother?
perhaps you could go help Ami in the library.
Of course. Anything I can do to help.
Well, run along now. You don't want to be late for your supper.
I'm just gonna back away, like, still bowed. And then hurry off.
Okay.
Kind of say, come on.
I'm gonna hurry behind her.
And she'll very slowly kind of turn and start shuffling into the building as you lose her around that corner.
Wow, she's startling. It's not like my granny. My granny looks sweet.
She definitely knows we know.
But she didn't do anything about it.
Yet. Not yet.
Should we be scared?
Any type of attack coming is potentially very scary, yes.
Yeah, but like, about her knowing that we know. Should I be scared about that?
I don't think so.
Oh. Okay, so one problem at a time. Let's focus on the imminent attack that's incoming then.
Yes, well, I told her I would go assist Monk Ami, so I should get to the library. You're welcome to join me, but I have to follow her directive.
I'll come with you. I like books.
Yeah, I can read a book to keep myself busy, I guess.
Okay, how are you going to get over there? Because you've just gone quite a bit in the opposite direction.
Side.
And I can't use my hot air. I can't. I keep rolling 3.
I mean, I could try and carry us in a ball of air again. Why not?
I feel like that's a pretty big act to carry like 5 people in midair.
I can.
That's kind of like flying.
But I can put the hot air.
I'll call Anpu.
Okay. Yeah, you call for Anpu again, and you hear as this big old flying bison comes, and kind of like hovers over by where you are, and you get on to.
Wait! Not yet. I'm gonna reach into my robes and pull out an apple and feed it to her, and then get onto her back.
And as you all get onto Anpu's back and start to fly away, One Way looks over and sees that that very flimsy little ledge that he made as the trick is still intact.
It looks like your trick didn't work on that.
So did he
I don't know
just?
Where did he go?
I don't know where.
And as you are making your way to the library, we're going to take a quick break.
Ah,
So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. In the meantime, use the restroom, get some snackage.
I'll break.
All right.
see you in 5 minutes.
Okay, we are breaking.
Woo.
We don't have to do anything for this, right? He already took off his things.
He's dead to the world.
Oh no, it changes the screen for us on the stream. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna like be like,
What's going on?
I'm gonna run and fight Matt for the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, nice. Go, go, go.
Matt, bring me a chocolate.
Jepson!
Cat butt.
Jepson! Hi, buddy! Oh, he's so handsome! Does he have a bow tie on?
Of course he has a bow tie on.
Oh, he's
Ow,
so
he won't-
dapper.
Ow! He doesn't want to get down.
He's not gonna unlatch.
Okay.
Matt
I
just
guess
fed them, so they're gone forever now. Jepson! So handsome.
You can't see his little bow tie. Kitty.
He doesn't have like an extra thumb, does he? No.
No, he
His
just
paws-
like spreads his paws
Yeah.
out.
I say he has really big paws.
Yeah.
He's
Well, 'cause
so
he
fresh.
stands like a little like a beefy cat. Like his front paws are always like a little too far apart.
Are you beefy?
You beefy boy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Captain.
He was just napping, so I think he's a little out of it.
Thanks. Oh, does this run as long as a D&D game, or longer or shorter? Okay, I just wasn't sure if you had something in mind. All right.
Ow.
Captain.
He is my koala otter. Like, very clearly. Oh, now you want to get down.
Bye, Jepson.
Hello. Hello, I love you.
And love his nose spot.
Oh, he's so cute.
Say hello.
They can like have a play date or something.
Oh. Cat party.
Mine is way too dark. He's like morphing into the background.
Except for his eyes. They're like,
I just fed our cats, so there's no way they're gonna be around.
no.
They're chomping.
Humping.
You staying up here, kitty? Oh my god.
No.
I have to show you the funniest thing ever. 1 second.
I really have to get creative with my heat waves. Like with the water slide and everything, I was like, whoa, I need to do something cool like that too.
Well, I thought using like the hot air balloon was a really cool idea.
I tried, but it failed miserably, but I tried.
Yeah, but that's rolls. That's not your creativity.
Yeah.
Okay, so my parents got us the best Christmas gift ever. They found this company that like fake paints your cats into portrait paintings. So they it's like a little canvas.
That is so awesome.
It's like literally the greatest thing I've ever seen.
So good.
It was the
So
first
good.
artwork we hung in our home.
I love that. Oh my god, that's
It's
amazing.
like a little like a duke or something.
Well, we have your portrait of our cat sitting in the house too. So.
Yay!
Oh.
I'll paint you guys a classy version.
I love a good Shelley pet portrait.
I gotta do more cats. I'm just terrible at cats. They're so hard. I think because I have one and I see their faces all the time, so if it's like off just a little bit, like I see it.
And it drives you crazy.
It's also probably because they're from the netherworld. You know.
Yes.
True.
Distorts things.
So the one you did of my parents' dog, like hangs in the living room, and my dad will put something on it for holidays. So he puts like a bow on it on her for Christmas, like on the frame of her pet portrait. It's a lot. I don't know what they're gonna do when she goes. She's like their whole world.
So cute.
We'll have a portrait for to remember by.
She's so old.
I don't think I took a picture of the final of it. Oh, I did this one for my friend. I don't know if you get,
Whoa!
Like a German Shepherd. And I
That
did him as a
looks good.
puppy last year for Christmas, and then now he's a year old, and he's enormous. Oh my god.
Oh,
Like, now they have a little... I don't know if I can find the puppy one I did of him. But anyway, it's cute. Like, probably gonna have to do one, like, every year for them. Start graying on the muzzle a little bit.
oh,
Very cute.
the babies. Love the fur babies.
They grow up really fast. Like I work in a pet store, and we have like regulars. Obviously, they buy food every week, you know. And like one of them has
Oh. You know what I
has a new
realized?
puppy, German. Yeah.
For some reason, it's still doing the audio when we're on break. So I'm gonna come back from break on the stream. Hey, look at that.
We're exposed.
Yeah. All of that's bad because now nobody got to see the pet portraits we were talking about. All right, I can try to fix that.
My advertising didn't work.
All right, everybody. I guess we're back. I guess you never left. And now I can go back and listen to all of the terrible things that people say about me when I step away from the computer. This is very exciting.
That means that you're going to hear me yelling chocolate on the stream.
Yes, it does. That is precisely what that means. All right. So you all, on the back of Anpu, the now happy apple-eaten sky bison, fly you kind of over.
And what's the noise she makes?
She's not making it right now.
I like when you make the noise.
I'm sure you do. You gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. Through the narrative. So it kind of brings you over and lands on this bit of a platform in front of the library one and just settles down and just it like flops all legs out, kind of spilling you all out over the side of her as she just kind of like starts to like lick her paws and just clean herself.
Good
I'm
girl,
gonna give her a few
Anpu. I'll give her another. I'll reach in and this time I'll have a carrot. I just carry tons of food on me for her.
Yeah, the tongue just.
I'm gonna reach in and do like a deep ear scratch, like an inner ear scratch.
Nice.
3 of the back legs just start boom, 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 boom on the ground.
Well, it has more than 4 legs.
6.
Okay. I got it now. I envision it. Okay.
I think Haley's trying to burrow in the fur, and I just have to like try and pull him out.
So
They're gonna be best friends.
You are there on the platform in front of the library of the Western Air Temple.
Now, guys, this is a library, so we do have to be quiet while we're inside.
Zip it, lock it, throw it.
And no tagging anything.
I'm gonna take one look over the edge of the platform still before we go inside and say, you guys really need railings or something. I don't know.
Well, it's pretty much impossible for us to fall, so it seems erroneous. Erroneous?
You look over at one of the other ones with like a baby just walking along the edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is there I don't know, ground down there somewhere?
Yeah, but way down there. I think.
Eventually.
Eventually, you'd be smushed by ground. I believe. Yes.
Wow.
That's good to know.
Comforting.
I mean, I'm thinking your heart stops beating from fear before you hit the ground.
Is this temple? Did Earthbenders help make this temple, Sister Sanj?
Wait, ask me again? I'm sorry. My brain just made like
No,
a
I just
sound.
was wondering. I mean, the way it's carved into the underside of this cliff, I was wondering if Earthbenders helped in the construction.
I'm not really sure of the origins, but I bet that Monk Ami would know that information. He's very wise. He taught me everything I know.
Cool. I'm just gonna while we go in, I'm just gonna have to work on some stuff. So I'm just find a spot in the corner or something.
Okay. That sounds good.
Gia's gonna follow one way. She likes one way.
Yeah. So you all enter into this library, right? And you do, like, as you're walking, you see a young kind of like teenage acolyte, like, sitting there and like writing in a book, kind of looks up at you like you're going to disturb him from his studies, and kind of like turns the back to you as he keeps furiously writing. And you all continue on one way, and G go the opposite direction, right? You all head off to what you think is going to be another quiet spot as Una and Sanj head deeper in to try and find um, your teacher.
I
So
definitely left Halu outside too. Like he was a little on the edge, and I just left him with Anpu and just said, "Stay.
Yeah,
Don't go anywhere. No
and that
trouble."
couldn't possibly end badly, so that'll be
No,
great.
no.
I hope they're cuddling when we get back. So
Me too.
We'll find out.
as One Way and G are walking away, like once we're more like farther away from everyone, I think G would she would use a nonchalant tone, but she goes, "So, you know that trap of yours, how it was left untouched?
Yeah.
And how Lan never followed us?
Yeah.
You have any thoughts on that?"
I don't know. He seemed like kind of a creep to me personally.
She giggles and she goes, "Right?"
I mean, he called us eclectic. I feel like no one ever says that unless they're like a douchebag.
He did give me douchebag vibes, I will say. But I'm just thinking, it's shady most of all. Like, he deliberately, if my theory is correct, he deliberately sent us over that way and didn't follow us. So I'm thinking, did he want to distract us from something? Did he want us to be away from something? What happened, you know?
Yeah, like I don't know, like what's with him and the sister? They have a thing, going on
Right?
or
Like,
something?
serious discussions and everything. And they were talking about the Fire Nation attacking and everything. I know I come from there, but that seems pretty untrustworthy to me.
My family has they have dealings with the Fire Nation.
They do? And she leans over, she's interested.
Yeah, I think they've been selling them tech lately.
What kind of tech?
Um, there's some stuff in development that I'll show you, and I will take out my my canisters, and they're like hand. You guys have those? I don't know if you've seen those things where it's like an olive oil thing. You just have to like hand pump it to build up the pressure.
Yeah.
That's basically what mine are, like two parts. So I'm building up the pressure, and well, like this, and I will do it for. It takes me like a while. Like it takes like a longer period of time because it's like new. But then I was like, "You ready?"
Yeah.
And I flip both. I hit two switches, and I just pressurized air shoots out the back, and I just like boost myself forward into the like a little bit into the light, like wherever, like a few feet forward.
Oh. And she goes, "How does that work? How did you do that?"
That's my own thing. I made that.
You
Sometimes I
did
help
that?
out. Yeah, I like kind of tinkering with things.
Whoa, like you must be really, really smart, because I know I wouldn't be able to come up with things like that.
No, it's nothing really. I mean, I've
Stop,
had a
One
lot
Way,
of
give
help.
yourself some credit. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is I don't really know where this stuff's going. You know, like when my family sells it, it's hard to know who's going to use it and what they're going to use it for.
Yeah, I guess the worrying part would be how they use it, huh? Because you never really know that.
Something like this, I mean, you could use it for, you know, getting up to a ledge, or you could use it to blow somebody's head off.
Nicely put. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure we would have seen it if Lan had it on him, right?
I don't think that guy had anything to do with necessarily, but you know, I mean, if the Fire Nation's going to attack this place, should we still be here?
I mean, maybe they're already there. Like, Lan is here casually, but what if they have spies or something? What if they're already there prepared to like murder this 9 years old airbender to be, right?
Well, it sounded like the fire sage was on the airbender side, at least from what they said, but I don't know about Lon. I mean, he wasn't really with the other guy.
Should we try to go find him? And
I mean,
her eyes glimmers with like excitement.
I'm up for it if you are.
Let's do it. Where should we start? And she looks around excitedly. Let's go out. Let's go out.
So as you two are deciding to find Lon, say Sanj and Una, you walk further into this library, passing a couple monks on your way, but not many. It's pretty sparsely populated right now. But you do see, as you're walking, you do come across Monk Ami. He doesn't notice you at first. He's walking kind of with a mission, like in a very specific direction, actually towards the stairs. And he has a little bit of a limp on his left leg. So usually Sanju, he doesn't move this quickly, but you can tell he's kind of like gritting his teeth through whatever pain he's feeling as he's moving forward at a pretty brisk pace.
Monkami!
Sanj. Yes, good to see you. This must be your good friend Una. I have heard so much about you.
It's so nice to meet you, sir.
Congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, and I'm gonna kind of like figure it a little bit. Thank you. I'm very excited.
As you should be. When I was but a young airbender, there was this other lad. Me and him had quite a tryst going on for a while before I got these tattoos, but I'm sorry. I really must be heading in this direction. Good day,
As he starts moving back towards the stairway again.
But Monkami, Mother Superior sent me to help you.
The mothership. All right, you'd best come along then.
Will do. We're coming.
Mother knows best and all that.
As he starts making his way kind of like pained on the left side every time he takes a step up these stairs, but not quite taking his time the way he normally does either. You can see, like, after the first couple steps, he's a little puff of air every time he goes on that left side. It helps to like lift him up and make it a little easier on him.
Oh.
G in one way. What are you doing? How are you going about trying to find Lun?
So see, I think we should start from the beginning of the race. And you see how he used like propellers? That means he left burn marks somewhere, so we can check maybe where he stopped.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that he asked Sister Sanj where they kept the scrolls, didn't he? Before we left?
You're right. You think he had it there?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we don't even need to find the burn marks. Let's go where the scrolls are.
I mean, we're really not supposed to go in there without, like, a sister or...
If we're unnoticed. Right?
Here, maybe we should disguise ourselves or something?
I mean, I know you're good at painting, but I doubt that me having a mustache will work.
Alright, let's just try to go in and see what happens.
Worst case scenario, we're just two young airbender, really, really lost, and we were trying to find our way back to the cafeteria or something. Okay? It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's try it.
So yeah, we want to go where the scrolls are.
Sure. Okay, so you're trying to. One of you, I guess whoever's helming this, why don't you roll to assess the situation? I think that's probably the best move to take here.
All right, I can do that.
Go ahead.
So this is another creativity
Oh,
roll.
failure.
Oh.
5.
Okay.
Fun.
Okay. So, you are trying to find kind of what they mean. You find fairly quickly that there's a lot of scrolls in here. This is a library, guys. Lots of scrolls. There's books. There's scrolls kind of all over the place. You go like up a couple levels and like, no, this can't be the. And then you go back down and like down an extra level, and you find yourself kind of like wandering, kind of getting lost in all of this. There are thousands of years worth of knowledge of the airbenders here, and some of it is accessible to you and some of it is not. Some of it is in areas that are like closed off behind doors, and you're just having a lot of trouble finding what you're looking for. You're really just not sure. And as you are doing that, Sanj and Una, you make your way, being led by Ami, up to the very top level of this library. Right, this is the widest, largest bit because it gets progressively smaller as it gets down. And he leads you kind of back to the middle, and pulls out this like big, like brass key ring. Like, where is that? Oh, this is the one. And he puts it into this door and clicks it. And it opens up, and you get this wafting smell of like must. And he says, "Una dear, would you be so kind as to grab that lantern?"
Oh, yes, absolutely. Grab it down.
Here, in, please, girls. And as you go in, he comes in behind you, and closes the door. Now the only light is this lantern. And he says, "Well, if the Mother Superior has asked you to come and assist me, I assume, Sanj, that means you might have been sticking your nose in where it didn't belong."
Maybe a little?
Yeah, exactly what I would have thought. Well, no bother. Perhaps it's for the best. You see, we have known for some time that the Fire Nation has been preparing for something big. You cannot prepare an entire navy without those that fly through the sky noticing. And we have believed for some time that they were preparing an invasion of this temple. You see, the next avatar is meant to be an airbender. We all know that. And the airbender is meant to keep the balance. Unfortunately, I think the Fire Lord no longer cares for balance. There are many priceless things here in the Western Temple, but I'm going to ask you to do something for me, Sanj.
And anything to help you.
There's a scroll.
Okay.
One in particular.
What does it contain?
Knowledge that
okay.
has been kept for quite some time.
What do you want us to do with it?
Take it somewhere it will be safe. We believe this will be the first temple attacked. But you must take it as far as you can. To the east. Bring it to the Eastern Air Temple. There it should be safe. Will you be able to do this for me?
I believe so. Is it okay if I bring a small team along to help?
Do what you think is best. Remember, you are a bending master now.
Yes, Montgomery.
That doesn't mean you have nothing left to learn.
Of course not.
It is kept here.
He takes you further into the back of the room.
And he goes over to this big, red, kind of like ornate case. And he kind of puts his hands on the lid reverently. And lifts open the lid. And the case is empty.
I knew it! I knew it!
Montgomery, where is it?
One way in G, you are going through this temple, trying to find what you're looking for. And as you're passing one corridor, you walk by, and G, you just notice off the side of your eye, not the normal airbender robes, but something red and dark. Someone wearing these colors go by.
Wait, one way, and I grab him by the shirt. I go, look over there.
And it's gone, already past the end of this bookshelf.
One way, come on, and I drag him towards the figure. I want to follow them.
Okay. Yeah. So you are trying to... I don't know what the best move for this is. You're trying to follow and keep up with this person. So let's do this. As you get to the end of the bookshelf, you kind of look around, and you're not sure which way this person went, right? It's like a labyrinth of bookshelves. How are you going to find where this person went?
What paths are there? And like I want to like try to think of what would make the more sense. Like did they look in a hurry? Because if they did look in a hurry, I would take the path that leads to the exit.
You saw it just for it's really hard to tell. You saw just this movement of like these red robes just for a second, and by the time you got over there, it was gone. You know, this avenue of bookshelves kind of goes down for a while and ends on a wall, but you don't see the individual there. You know,
any possible witnesses?
No one else is around.
One way, I swear, like I saw like a red robes and probably a Fire Nation member. I'm pretty sure like maybe we could follow this guy, but I don't know where he went.
I'll take a look. And can I assess situation here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll to assess a situation. You're definitely looking for... Now you're looking for an individual. You're not looking for... All right, a 12. That's a full success. So on...
G and One Way are the dream team, baby!
On a 10 plus, you get to ask 2 of the following questions. What care can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way out or in or through? And who or what is the greatest danger?
Yeah, I'm gonna combine a couple questions into like a single question, which is I'm gonna ask like, what's my best way through, and what here can I use to basically shortcut this guy to try to catch up to him.
Okay. Yeah. So you know, like most of the places that you know, there's a balcony on each level of this, right? There's that like wraparound porch on every level of this temple on the outside. And the way that he was going, most likely he was going towards the stairs. So the best way through might be to go, down the stairs, probably the way he went. But a way to get in front of this guy might be to go out to the balcony and take a shortcut down to the next one.
All right, cool.
Still got that cheat?
I mean, do I still have it?
I don't know. I don't think you kept the sheet.
Is there another someone trying to do their laundry then?
Probably not in the library.
Oh.
So let's go out to the balcony and drop.
Just drop?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Okay, let's do it.
You get outside, and the wind has picked up a bit. Kind of like whipping a little. And as you look down, you don't see the next balcony, right? Because the next balcony is like where you are and in some more. So as you look down, you just see, and you have to really lean over to see the next balcony over there.
Are you sure about this?
No, no, not at all. We have to work as a team, though. You ready?
I think I am.
All right. I'm gonna start us off, and when I say go, you light it up. All right?
Light it up? Like
Yeah.
full out fire? Like how
Yeah,
big do
just-
you want it? Like explosion?
I mean-
Small candle? Just heat waves? What do you want?
Like just a short, concentrated burst would be great. That would be perfect.
Okay, I did that earlier, but it wasn't powerful, right? It won't propulse us, Because I couldn't do that earlier.
Yeah, I'll worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just wait for my signal,
Light it
okay?
up. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you say go, I'm right there.
All right, grab on, and I'll jump off, and then when we are jumping, when we're just in free fall, I'll pop open those two canisters to release the pressurized air it's built up, and when I do that, I'll say, "Now, light it up," and I'll have her light up the oxygen. It's like
G just snaps her fingers and a fireball's staying in her hand.
Okay.
Or that's what I want to do anyway.
I think here, why don't you roll to rely on your skills and talents, and then take the +1 from G's help.
Oh yes, I'm not the one rolling. Yes!
Full success. Yeah, you this leap of faith as you just go on the
just
balcony,
right into the fucking wall.
and then all of a sudden, propel yourself right onto this balcony as you land. I think that one way you land directly on the balcony, and you kind of stumble a little bit and hold yourself onto the wall. G, you actually land with your feet half on the balcony, and you do one of these whoa, 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 before finally stabilizing onto it.
Once I'm stabilized, I look up to one way and I'm like, "Did you see my fireball? It was pretty powerful, wasn't it?"
Yeah, that was pretty cool, G.
Right?
As you are congratulating each other, you see coming right out of the stairwell is Lon.
I told you I saw him. It's him.
Una and Sanj, you are inside this room with an absolutely flabbergasted monk.
I don't understand. Where could it be?
What was in it? Who would want it?
It's a priceless artifact. A scroll from Monk Shoken, thousands of years old, with his seal upon it.
And he starts looking around.
Who else would even have the key to get in?
Do you have to have a key, or is there another
Yes,
way?
it was locked. Remember, I unlocked the door. This is... Oh my. I'll have to tell the Mother Superior. It'll have to be on... Oh no, this is not good. and he looks at Sanj and says, "That scroll must get to the Eastern Air Temple. It must be kept safe."
I suppose we'll have to find it then.
Go, look about! And he kind of like smacks you on the back to get you.
Do we take
Okay.
the lantern and kind of like look between that and the door and see if there's any like footprints or anything like that?
Yeah, why don't you roll to assess a situation, Una?
Oh, creativity. Oh, good.
It's kind of like the investigation sort of thing.
Oh.
Mixed success. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, ask one question. So ask one of those questions there if you have the moves page in front of you. What here can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way out or in or through? Or who or what is the greatest danger?
Who or what is the... Doesn't really make sense in this room, though. I guess the way out, like, do I see a way other than the door?
Sure, okay. So you also have +1 ongoing to answer that question, by the way. And so do you one way, which means if you do something else that you try to roll to answer that question, you'll be able to add 1 to the roll.
Okay.
So what is the way out? You look around and you kind of like move over this stack of books and scrolls that seem to have like fallen over, and you kind of push it out of the way. And you look at a hole in the wall. Not big at all, right? For someone to fit through, they'd have to squeeze through. But you do notice scorch marks around the outside of this hole.
Sister Sanji, come here. Come look at this.
What did you find?
And I float the lantern in front of it. And I'm assuming it just goes into blackness through the hole.
It goes out into the rest of the library.
Oh, so I look through it and I'm like, this doesn't look like a door that needs a key to me.
Monkami, look at what Una found.
Goodness, look at that. No, some of these scroll pages have been burnt as well. Do you think the sage? Why would he have broken in here?
Mother Superior was fighting with him about something.
Fighting?
Well, I mean, arguing, more so.
Well, I mean, she's kind of a badass. She'd probably slap him silly.
She was commanding the room from a seated position. She definitely is a badass.
You two will move much quicker than I will. Go, quickly. Find it. Find him.
Okay. I figure we'll follow or figure out where the it's a hole, so where the hole goes to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a whole. It's just a wall, like a walled-off room, so it just goes out into the rest.
So someone
of the
just like destroyed part of the wall to get into the room.
Right.
Okay.
As you leave that room, one way in G, you see Lon out and just coming out of the stairwell. You're still out on the balcony, a bit of a ways away, 30 feet or so.
I think G has found him pretty suspicious up until now, so I think she's trying to approach him and like maybe waste his time. So she goes, "Lon, there you are! Did you see how we blew you in this race?"
Oh, yeah. You guys really got me.
Man, you were so slow. We had to go without you. We didn't know where you were. Did you fall up or something?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't keep up. I'm sorry. I really need to be going.
Where? Maybe we can accompany you. You
I'm
might
gonna
get lost
use
in the temple.
distraction that G's doing,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take out of my I'm gonna take like a pouch out of my pack, and I'm gonna scatter onto the stone floor here. These little orbs, these little like balls,
Nice.
and they're paintballs. And I'm going to take a half moon step forward, and I'm gonna start sending them down to like try to trip them up, basically. like
Sure.
controlling the different paintballs.
Let's do this first. G, why don't you roll to plead with an NPC? So you're gonna roll with harmony.
So I roll harmony, not plead.
No, it's
Because plead doesn't work, right?
Plead, I don't
Does it
know.
work?
Plead should work, but it's rolling with 12. Wow. Okay, that's a full
Yay!
success. Yeah, he turns and like faces full onto you, and he looks kind of nervous, right? And is like looking all around, but you have his full attention entirely. As
Maybe
these
I can show you around and everything.
as these paintballs roll and are now like surrounding him, if he was to try and take a step.
So, do you want me to show you around? And does G
Oh.
see what's going on behind?
No. You have captivated his attention.
Okay, so I'll get caught in the trap as well if I were to move it.
Yeah. I mean, you know it's there.
Oh, I know it's there. Okay.
But if you were just to take a step, yes, you might get tripped up as well.
Okay, so yeah, do you want me to show you around? You might get lost and everything. So
I've been here before.
you have? Well, I just
Yes.
thought maybe you'd like the company. No, it's okay then. That's fine.
A long
I
time
guess.
sometimes is good.
Okay.
And at this point, stuck where he is, Sanj and Una come down the stairwell and turn, and you see as G and Lon are talking with like all these little multicolored bowls like surrounding them on the ground.
Yeah, well, I'll let you go then. That's fine.
No,
and-
keep him there.
What?
Wait,
It turns and looks, and Una, you see sticking out of the back of like where his belt is, tied up with a big like heavy wax seal on it, is a scroll.
Don't let it leave.
As he turns and that happens, his eyes narrow, and we're gonna go into combat.
Ooh.
Wait, there's balls on the ground. I don't want to fall.
There are indeed.
That's
Okay.
terrain.
Combat works a little. First time we're doing combat,
Ooh.
y'all.
I am nervous.
I'm a little
opening my
nervous,
combat
too.
moves window.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, let me. Oh, crud! I don't have any paper in front of me. There we go. Here's a piece of paper. Okay. So, at the top of each combat round, everyone is going to choose one of the next four: either defend and respond, advance and attack, or evade and observe. So everyone
Defending and attacking cost a fatigue point, right?
defending and responding, or advancing and attacking. I think it depends on what. So under those three headers, there's also different moves you can take. You do not need to commit to one of those moves yet. You just commit to one of those, or the techniques, right?
Okay.
So you just commit to the kind of technique that you're going to, the category of technique.
Got it.
So, G, what are you going to do?
Let me look at my options real quick.
Yeah. If you are watching this right now, the full game has not come out yet, but if you go on Magpie's website, you can get the quick start for free. So that is what we are using to play right now.
So, quick question, because I already have like an idea of what I wanted to do, but I just don't know where it falls.
Sure.
So, like, what I wanted to do is like, if he were to move to attack someone, I wanted to create like a heat wall. So like it
so
doesn't.
that sounds like you're defending.
Defending, okay. So I'll defend and respond.
And specifically, that's when you get there, it's probably going to be a block move.
Okay.
Okay, so evade and observe. Here, you know what? 'Cause it's going to be different every round. So let me type this out. It'll probably be easier than writing it. Okay, so defend and respond. So that is going to be G first of all. All right, one way. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna attack
Okay. Advance.
because I heard Sanj say stop him, so I wasn't going to before, but now I'm going to.
Okay. Sanj, what are you going to do?
I'm going to evade and observe.
Okay. And Una, what are you going to do?
One of my traits is to never start a fight, so I'm also going to evade and observe.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
That's why we're friends.
One way, it's you and me.
Yeah, so going first is going to be G.
Okay.
Defend and respond goes first. So explain what you want to do.
So, like I said, what I want to do is like, if he were to move, whether it be to run or to hurt one of us, I want to create like a heat wall. So it's not flames, but like it would be really hot enough for him to at least like stagger back and go like, whoa, you know?
So in your mind, are you trying to retaliate? So if he inflicts fatigue on someone else, you want to hit him back? Or is this a block and you want to block him from doing something?
I believe it'd be more of a retaliate.
Okay. Sure. So this kind of like this heat wave comes out from you and starts to surround you, and you are ready to retaliate. So if he gives fatigue or a condition to anyone else, you are going to retaliate against him.
Okay.
Good to know. Okay. Next up is one way. Advance and attack. What are you going to do?
Say, hey G, let's paint the town red, and I'll take a step forward, a half step, and those orbs in the heat will start vibrating, and they'll just go pop, 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 and just fucking like a die pack, just blast him with the different colors. So the ochre ball pops, the sienna ball pops, the umber ball pops, and they just all start blowing up in his face.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
cool. The Rainbow Man.
So is this a strike? You're trying just to strike him?
This is just a regular. I mean, I guess. Again, I don't know how this game works.
Yeah, so advance and attack is either strike to mark fatigue to inflict... you mark fatigue to inflict a condition on a foe. You can try to seize a position from him, like advancing to a new location, or you can try to smash something, destroy or destabilize something in the environment.
I don't want to smash anything, so I guess I want to inflict a condition on him, so I mark fatigue for that?
Yeah, so you mark fatigue, and he will get a condition. So he is going to...
Is there a condition that has to do with sight or has to do with orientation? My attempt is to disorient him. Like, I'm not trying to hurt him. It's just like the idea of like these paintballs are blowing up in his face, and I'm bending them so they blow and they go they like kind of adhere to him,
Nice.
like to paint him basically.
Yeah, no. So the conditions could be the same or could be different than you have. So you're not sure what his condition is right now, but he has one.
I'm not sure what condition he's in.
Condition is in. All right, I'm into it. Let's
Wait, I don't have to write. Hold on, that's not a roll. I don't have to roll for that.
No, you mark fatigue.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you advance an attack... Oh, roll with passion. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're learning this. G, you also have to roll with focus, because you have to roll to see if that works out for you.
Do I get a forward based on my like previous... Like, I had set these up in advance?
Yeah, because I think you're still trying to stop him, so I think you still have one...
So 10.
Forward. 10.
Fuck. Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, so mark that fatigue.
I did.
And
yes,
with
I
a
marked
10,
fatigue.
that's a full success, so you definitely...
But I don't know what condition I inflicted him with.
You might get it once he does
All right,
something.
I'm fine with that. I'm good. That's my turn.
That's kind of my thought. You'll get it once
and I kind of like have like a half smile now that I see he's like...
Yeah. Conditions are mostly emotional. kind of...
Just because I can't choose what it is, it just happen. It just is whatever, however that NPC interprets that is what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't say I want to do this. It's just I do something and then you decide what that does
what
to
the
the guy.
condition is, yeah.
Okay.
Because I could make up some random ass conditions for NPCs, and I'll probably...
There aren't preset conditions.
No, there are.
'Cause it says,
there are for y'all,
but there's not the same to NPCs.
not necessarily.
Okay.
I will give you the spoiler that for Lon it is the same as all of you, but like some NPCs can only have one condition, so I can make that shit up.
Got it.
Okay, so evade and observe. So now, Sanj, what are you going to do?
I figured that I would watch him carefully. So I think I was going watch a foe.
Okay.
Just to make sure that, like, if he's going to try to attack either one way or G, or if he's going to try and make a break for it, like, I just want to kind of have, like, one up on him.
Okay. So if you want to watch a foe, evade and observe. So you can clear one fatigue, which you do not have.
Nope.
And roll with creativity. Or harmony.
Or just hit watch a foe.
Or just hit watch a foe. Although it says you can choose, so I don't know.
Oh.
Once you hit it, should let you pick which stat you're gonna roll with.
Oh, I gotta decide. What are the two? Harmony and what?
Creativity.
Creativity. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. We're all learning that. Go.
Nice.
Mixed success.
We take it.
Okay.
Take those.
So I don't know how mixed success is supposed to work in combat versus a full
I don't
success.
know either. It doesn't say on my sheet.
It doesn't really specify. I think it's you either.
What did she do?
So actually, no, I do know. I as the GM am supposed to give you a condition or something. I'm supposed to.
Did she do watch a foe?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is to choose an engaged foe to carefully observe. In your next exchange with them, before anyone else makes any choices, they must announce what approach they choose and one technique of that approach they will use in that exchange.
I assume that means that Lon has to do that, right?
Yes. Well, he's your only foe right now.
Okay, yes. Correct.
Unless G decides to fight the party, because, Eve is famous for that.
Don't expose me like
Not this time, Matt. We're BFFs. Let's game.
Right, yes. Sorry. Right, this is the friendship game. Okay.
Avatar is about
so
friendship.
You can do that, but you will have to mark one fatigue.
Wait.
Join the club. I already have one fatigue. It's fine.
Yep, so
we have like 5 of them.
If you want to succeed on that, you will have to mark one fatigue.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So mark a fatigue, and the next exchange he will have to do that. So, Jan just kind of all of a sudden looks fucking pissed, right? He hits this snare and kind of looks around at all of you, and he crouches down, and he sweeps his leg around him. As just fire like shoots out from his foot, and these paintballs that are left on the ground just splatter outward away from him.
So he has to announce you have to announce what he's going to do.
In the next exchange, yeah.
Okay.
So he is going to mark fatigue for... so he is showing off, is what he's trying to do. So he is going to mark fatigue for one way and for Sanj. And either you two will have to shift your balance, or you can only use a single technique in the next exchange.
Wait, so are we taking a fatigue?
So nope. So you are either going to allow your balance to be shifted,
Okay.
or it says you can only use a single technique. I assume that means I choose the technique, because you always only use a single technique. So I guess... So are you going to allow this to shift your balance, or are you going to... I guess let me choose which technique you have to use the next time? That doesn't make too much sense.
Can I resist shifting my balance, or do I have it shift my balance?
No, you can certainly try to resist shifting your balance.
Alright, so I'll do that then. I missed.
Okay.
How did you do that?
To use the move, resist shifting your balance.
Oh.
So, it doesn't say what happens, but I assume that my balance is shifted. I assume I'm shook by this exchange.
Oh, here it is. Alright, I'll resist it as well. I also failed.
What am I moving it? What direction am I moving my balance in?
Let me pull that up. So your balance...
What is balance?
Let me see. See, this is where things get confusing, guys, because the balance...
What happens if your balance gets, like, so, like...
all the way to the side? Not good things. Not good things.
Great.
That's, you're out, more or less. That's where you're out. You're out for the count.
Trigger the losing your balance move.
Yeah.
Losing your balance.
So, let me see. Sanj, I'm gonna have you move your balance towards your roll and away from freedom.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what way is what? Oh, I got it.
And then one way, you are going to move towards tradition and away from progress. Okay. And that is that round. The next...
Wait, what about me?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You also did that. What are you gonna do?
I'm in here too.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm gonna do test balance.
Okay.
To question a foe as I fight with them. Do I have to actively be fighting with him, or can I just shout because he's like...
No, that's what... I mean, this is a fight,
Okay.
right? You're in an
Just like
exchange
okay.
with them. Okay, so you can... So mark one fatigue. And you want to question a foe as you fight with them. Ask what their principle is. They must answer honestly. If you already know their principle, you may instead shift their balance. Okay, so you are going to roll with creativity or harmony to see if this succeeds.
Ooh, let's just do creativity. Oh, can I just click the test balance thing? Oh yeah. Oh,
cool. We're learning a new system and software that we don't know, guys. It's really fun altogether. Okay.
Cool.
Missed success. So I will give you that same one. You will have to mark an additional fatigue in order for this to succeed.
I'll take it.
Okay.
2 fatigue for the round. Got it.
Okay. And so what does this look like as you're asking him what his principle is, right? But like what are you actually asking? Yeah.
I'm just like sidestepping all the things that he kicked out.
Yeah.
And trying to kind of dance away from them, and just like looking straight at the scroll and then straight at him and just asking like, "Why are you doing this, Lon?"
Okay. And he will look at you and say, This is for the good of my people, the Bonti sages. They want it, so I'm going to deliver it. So you can just use this now. Now, his balance is between loyalty and righteousness. So he's torn between doing the loyal thing and doing what is right.
You all know that, or just her?
I think you all know that. You all kind of heard that exchange.
And Matt, because me and Caleb both failed on that last one, you can have us. It says he knows exactly what to say to mark us off balance. You can have us go an additional off balance because we missed. On the resist.
Say that. I didn't see where that was.
Because we both failed, you can on the resist. You can have us mark an additional stage off balance.
Yeah.
And you can, it says he knows exactly what to say to mark us off to make us go off balance.
Sure. Okay. Let me do something in character to do that too. That's the fun thing about this combat is it's very anime, right? Like you throw a punch, but then you say a line too after each punch. So he will look at you, and you guys are similar, the successor and the icon, right? And he kind of was like, you two are too stuck in the past. You'll never move forward. So you both move an additional one in that direction. So
I also I failed to retaliate. So I don't know if there's a consequence for that.
No, I just think he did some stuff to people, but he's not going to take that extra fatigue.
Okay.
That's kind of that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
He inflicted a lot of things on people this round, so he might have. Although he didn't do any conditions, or he didn't inflict fatigue, right? He just shifted balance. Okay, so now we're going to do another round, right? So this time he has to announce exactly what he is going to do. He is going to defend and respond, and he is going to retreat. He wants out. I think he is definitely looking to peace out with this scroll still in his belt. Everyone else, what are you going to do?
One way, I have a question for you.
Nope.
No? Fuck.
Okay. Let's do it. Sanj, what are you going to do?
I'm going to defend and respond.
Okay. Una, what are you going to do?
I'm going to advance and attack.
One way, what are you going to do?
I'm going to evade and observe.
And then G, what are you going to do?
Advance and attack.
Okay. Sanj, I'll let you go first. What are you going to do?
Whichever one of those most closely would stop him from leaving. I figure block?
So block says to choose one advance and attack technique. So he did not choose an advanced or attack technique.
Oh.
You already know that because he's going to try to retreat.
So did I mean advance and attack then?
Possibly.
I want to stop him.
Yep, so that probably would be seize a position, except he goes first as he tries to retreat.
So what does that mean?
Well, you chose defend and respond, so you can choose retaliate, block, or retreat. I would not choose block because it wouldn't do anything because you know he did not choose an advance or attack option.
So what I'm saying is, did I mean that is what I want to do more closely under advance and attack, and I picked the wrong thing?
Probably. But I will also say, you know he's going to retreat, so he goes first. Because defend and respond goes first. So if he retreats, you doing advance and attack isn't going to do too much because he already retreated.
So then retaliate?
It could be. Well,
I want to stop him. I don't know what that falls under.
I don't think you have an option to do that right now.
Okay.
I think seize a position would be that thing, but you chose defend and respond.
Okay. I don't know what to do then.
All right, choose one.
Retreat. I don't know. What am I going to retaliate against? He's not doing anything. I feel like I don't have an option that works.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Well, if you want to choose retreat, maybe you're running after him.
If you retreat, though, you leave the fight.
Yeah.
Like, you're out. When anyone retreats, any of us can block it. We have to mark a fatigue and block his retreat. So any single one of us can block it as long as we're fatigued.
There you go. That's true. Leave a fight. Leave the fight.
So he has to... Yeah. So any foe engaged them can mark one fatigue to block it. So we can all block it. Basically, he'd have to beat all 4 of us to retreat successfully. That is why it's not going to be 1v4, because we can all fucking mark a fatigue and block his ass from escaping.
Okay. I still don't know what that means I need to do right now.
That is not your move, though. That's not a move you can do.
So for your move, retaliate, block, or retreat.
I still don't know, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how any of these are going to work in this situation.
You can advance, you can retaliate. The next time he tries to shift anyone's balance or get inflict a condition, then he gets a fatigue.
Okay, I'll do that then.
That's a static effect.
All right.
Thank you. That's what I needed explained to me.
You should have the moves page open.
I do.
Okay, perfect. Una, what are you gonna do?
I was going to try seize a position.
Okay.
Can I like?
Oh, he is going to attempt to run.
Can I kind of see which way he's going and like?
You can. Sorry, but before you go, he has to go first because he was defending and responding.
Okay.
It says that any foe engaged with you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique. Is someone going to mark a fatigue to block him from retreating?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Sanj, you can mark a fatigue, and then sorry, go ahead, Una.
So can that like mark a fatigue to block him? Can that happen anytime, or would that be my turn?
No. That just happens when he tries to retreat. So Sanj already did that. So Sanj kind of took that. So like he went to run down one of these things, and Sanj like jumps in front of him to like stop him from going that way.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna kind of like, if I see another way that he could maybe run, I'm gonna get in front of that way.
Sure. Yeah. Roll with passion to seize a position.
Mixed success. Everyone.
Mixed success. Okay, so you kind of. I'll leave this up to you. So in order to do this, and I'll give it some flavor depending on what choice you make if you decide to make one. In order to seize a position from him, you're gonna have to mark a condition, but you can tell me which condition you mark.
Oh, okay. Let me see the conditions. 1 sec.
So afraid, angry, foolish, guilty, and insecure.
I think, yeah, I'll take a condition, and I'll say I'm getting a little afraid because he looks like he's getting pissed off.
Yeah, sure. So Sanj is he runs down in between 2 sets of bookshelves, and all of a sudden Sanj, just like this powerful figure, is right there at the end. He turns back to go the other way, and he sees you there. He kind of like glares at you, and just smoke comes out of his nose with his fire bending, and you're like, oh shit, I'm in this guy's way now. So you are now afraid.
Okay.
Okay, after Una, G, you are up.
So what I want to do is smash.
Okay.
I want to basically, like, if there's a beam or something made of wood, I want to burn it down in his way, basically.
Okay, roll with passion. Full success.
The burning of the air temple started with G.
Little did you know.
This is wonderful. As you jump and kick this like kind of ornate column, and it just goes and crashes. He actually goes to like jump over the bookshelf, and as he does, he lets go and just falls backwards as this beam kind of goes. Actually, the bookshelf goes to fall on him, and he has to like grab it and hold it up, as there's now someone on either end and this beam almost on top of him.
Can I climb on the bookshelf?
There you go. Okay. One way. What are you gonna do?
So I chose evade and observe.
Mm-hmm.
So it says clear 1 fatigue, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna clear fatigue off myself. Because I have 2 right now, so I want to get rid of one of those. And then I'm going to roll to test his balance. And because I already know what its principle is, I know its righteousness, I'll say, yeah, my family, I come from a tradition of thieves, and you're nothing more than a thief in the night. And I'll call him out on his righteousness, because he's a fucking just stealing something he doesn't know. And I think I have to roll for that.
Yes, you're gonna roll for that.
I'm getting the hang of this, sheet. 7.
Mixed success. Okay. Here's what am I gonna say with that? So he is going to shift his balance, but what is that going to let me see. You were moving towards tradition, right? When you were moving your fatigue,
Yeah, I'm moving more towards the history of my family,
sure,
organized crime, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think because you're invoking the history of your family, you're going to have to move one more towards tradition in order to get him to shift his balance. And this would put you at the end of your balance track, but it would not put you over.
I don't know what that means.
So you already moved towards tradition 2 points, right? Like 2.
Right.
So you would have to move a third time over to make him shift his balance.
Okay, what would happen if I did that?
Nothing. But if you have to shift your balance again in that direction, that is where you lose your balance.
Sure, I'll do it, because I think it's worth it to have him shift here to do that. Because if I'm taken out, there's still 3 of them up, so that's...
So you're moving him towards loyalty and away from righteousness, right?
Wait, sure no, I was trying to move him... I was trying to call him out on the fact that this is not a righteous action he's taking. It's
right.
So
that's why I was moving him away from righteousness. Right, he's not living up to that, so he's moving away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was trying to get him to realize the better angels of his nature were I shouldn't be doing this kind of thing. But maybe I misread that.
Yeah, no, I think that's what you're... I think what you're doing is pointing out that he is not living up to that. Right?
Sure.
He's
whatever you think.
Choosing to not live up to it.
Yeah.
Okay. He was not able to retreat. Let's do one more round of combat.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So on the character sheet in Roll20, underneath the evade, observe, advanced attacks up, there's another one that's fighting techniques.
You don't have any fighting techniques.
We don't have those yet. Okay, got it.
That's when you get fancy stuff.
Okay, got it. I just wanted to check.
That's when you find fancy people in the world that teach you new techniques.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it anywhere on the sheet, so okay, got it.
Not correct. We all have our class technique. You start with your class technique.
Oh, right. So whatever your class technique is. So
whatever's under icon I have?
For icon, you have Wall of Perfection.
Yeah, okay. So I can use that now if I needed to?
Yes.
Okay.
You have it, so it is something you could choose.
And it counts as a defend and response, so it would have
Yeah.
priority.
Yep.
Okay.
So, okay. So let me ask again, Sanj, are you gonna defend and respond, advance and attack, or evade and observe?
Um, I'm gonna evade and observe.
Okay. Una.
I'm gonna try to defend and respond.
All right. G.
Advance and attack.
Okay. And one way.
He's like pinned right now, right?
He's stuck. Yeah, there's one person at either end of this. Like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch. Yeah, I'll evade. I'm just gonna watch him. I'm not gonna try to attack him again. I'm just gonna see what he's doing.
Okay.
Evade and observe. Do I just tell you what the specific move is, or I just tell you which the category?
Just category.
Okay, so yeah, I'll evade and observe then.
Okay. At the top of the round, he kind of like grabs the other bookshelf and like pulls it in on himself, so that it's now making like a triangle above him as he's crouched low to the ground, and just gets into this very low fighting stance. Una, you're up.
So he clearly looks pissed off, right?
Very
Like
much
he's
so.
gonna try to. Okay, I'm gonna try my class Wall of Perfection
Which class are you?
icon.
Just so I can look at it too. I'm a visual
Create-
guy. Okay,
Create a perfect wall of defense around yourself and any allies directly next to you. Mark 1 fatigue to block a single attack or keep an enemy at bay who tries to penetrate the wall.
Okay.
Question before we continue.
Yes.
Like, are benders immune to their own elements? Like,
No.
is he immune to fire?
No.
Perfect.
Certainly not. Okay. G, what are you gonna do?
So there's 2 bookshelves pending on him right now, right?
There are.
And they're full of books, I assume.
Well, a bunch of them have fallen all over. Yeah, but certainly, there are a lot of books and scrolls.
You know what burns really well? Paper!
Yeah.
I'm
All these
gonna...
years of tradition.
G is very, like, she's a in the moment kind of girl. So, like, right now she's in a fight and that's what... So I'm gonna use my idealist special attack, which is an advance and attack, yeah. So I'm gonna pummel them with blows. But what I mean is I'm gonna fire multiple fireballs at the books that are below his feet. His feet, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, English is hard.
I agree. All right. Yeah. Roll. With whatever. Roll with passion.
Yay! +2 with that. Mixed success. So some of them hit at least.
Yeah, so mixed success. So you will be able to shift his balance, but in doing so, I'm gonna make you mark the foolish condition, because Sanj is giving you such a look for burning these books.
Ooh.
Wait, where are the conditions? Give me one second. Okay, so foolish. Okay, I got it. It's marked.
Yeah, that moves again away from righteousness, right? As you just are firing this, as the books are catching near his feet, it kind of breaks his stance a little bit.
Burn, baby, burn.
Take 1 fatigue.
Yes, sir.
Because as you do that, he actually like kicks one of the books up and kicks it back at you, because he was retaliating this turn.
Okay. Here.
So you also take 1 fatigue.
Got it.
Wait, does my bubble block that? Mark 1 fatigue to block a single attack towards the wall. Does that count?
It's not an attack, but it's a retaliation. But yeah, no, I think if you want to mark a fatigue, instead you can stop G from marking a fatigue.
Keep in mind, like, I haven't taken one fatigue yet. I don't know about you, but I can take one. Like, it's fine. Yeah.
But let the book come through.
Sure. You look like you're gonna block it, and then you're like, nah, that's fine.
She can take care of herself.
Sanj, what are you gonna do?
So I think I'm gonna show off.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my air to put out the fire and kind of try to capture him within an orb of air.
There's one thing fire hates, it's more air.
I know that's not how fire works.
Okay, mark.
You're playing with fire right now.
Mark a fatigue.
Yeah, I want to capture him in an air ball.
Well, that's, I don't think, showing off. That would be like seizing a position or something. But doing what you said makes sense. Don't listen to Michael and his poo-poo.
Well, no, I'm saying showing off is they must allow you to shift their balance, or they may only use a single technique. That's the effect of show off.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
what
it has to be that.
I don't know what the single technique thing is. So
that means that they may only. That means that I believe they now have to, like, they're locked into a specific one they can use. They can't use more than one. That's what it seems like.
I missed. Anyways.
All right. Well,
it will keep burning, I guess.
Mark that fatigue anyway as the books continue to burn.
I gotta stop taking fatigue.
And one way, you are up.
Is there anything to do to make fatigue go away?
There is, certainly. I mean, if you choose to evade and observe, you clear one fatigue anyway.
But I did evade and observe.
Yep. So
I lost.
You cleared one, and then you marked one.
Oh, I didn't know I cleared one.
Yeah, the first clear one fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
Yeah, so the evade and observe move I will do is on my class move as well. So before I do anything, I will remove a fatigue.
Okay. What class are you? Not class, but what?
I am the successor.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my move break, and I'm going to take out my slingshot, and I'm going to take a paintball, and I'm going to pull it back, and I'm going to aim for that junction of whatever's attaching the scroll to him, whatever's carrying with it on his belt or whatever, and I'm going to try to knock the scroll off of him so he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. That's the thing.
So I roll with creativity, I believe.
Ow.
I think you have a choice, creativity or harmony.
Yeah, I'm going to do creativity.
Go for it. Yeah, break. Target a foe's vulnerable equipment. Mark fatigue to render it useless or broken.
Why can't I just find, like, the fucking ability? Like, where am I not seeing this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I never know what the character sheets look like. I don't get to play tabletop games. I just run tabletop games.
Yeah, but do you guys know where why can't I see the stats? Where are just the main stats to run?
Like creativity and focus?
Yeah, like I can't roll break. So I guess I just roll a generic one. 14.
Wow.
Yeah, plus 2 creativity.
Holy
I'm an artist. I'm an artist, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Plus 2 creativity.
Tell me what this looks like.
So I fire the paintball, and I don't want to damage the scroll. But what I want to do is what's attaching the scroll? Like, how is he holding the scroll?
It's in his belt.
Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to have this, I want to shoot the paintball, and as it's in the air, I'll take that, like, firm earth stance again.
Yeah. And
if you like look very closely, you'll see the paintball shift into, like, an arrowhead, like an obsidian arrowhead, and just like sever the scroll from his belt.
His pants fall. Because of his wide stance, they don't quite get past his knees, but they definitely sag as his Fire Nation undies waft.
Nice undies.
As the scroll kind of hits and rolls out of the way, and he goes to grab it, but pulls his hand back from the fire, as the scroll is now not very close to him.
Shit, the scroll's in the burning fire. Can we do anything about that, guys?
It rolled a little past it, but there is still fire around the scroll now.
I didn't quite think of that. Sorry.
This is
there's
fine.
fire all around
the
the
dog
scroll?
drinking coffee.
What is it?
Like, there's fire surrounding it totally?
No. But it's,
Okay.
I mean, there was a bunch of, like, flaming books, and it's now starting to spread a little bit. At this point, Lon turns and he sneers at Sanj, kind of down the long way. And while the rest of you are closer to the scroll and can do out of combat moves, he rushes at Sanj to try and get past her. So only
Without the scroll?
Without the scroll, correct.
Okay.
At this point, he has lost the scroll and he just wants to get out. So now only Sanj and he are in combat. What do you want to do?
Would blocking him now make sense?
Block. Read what block does. Choose one advance or attack technique. So if you think he's going to choose to advance and attack, then you should choose block.
Okay.
Block does not mean block someone's way. It means block and attack.
I'm going to strike.
So you're going to choose to advance and attack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at the beginning of the round, and everyone else think about what you're going to do with not combat moves while this is happening, right? Because I'm going to ask you that next. But he runs, and he is going to attempt to retreat past you.
Okay. So now would I strike to stop him?
Nope. So when he retreats, you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique. So you can just mark 1 fatigue.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So you mark a fatigue as he tries to get past you. He kind of like shoulder checks into you, but you just kind of like hold your stance and keep him in here. Your turn. What do you want to do?
So I'll inflict a condition upon him.
Which are you doing? Strike, seize a position, or smash?
Strike.
Okay, so you're going to do strike. So roll with passion. And mark 1 fatigue.
Okay. Go. Crap.
Failure. How much fatigue are you up to?
4.
Okay. Yeah, so at this point, you are kind of deadlocked. The rest of you, what are you doing to try and get the scroll?
I'm definitely pulling some water out and just kind of like putting all the little the scrolls that are on fire out.
Sure.
Like a spray.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely rely on your skills and training, right? You're trying to use your waterbending training to help the situation.
Focus. Okay. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
Yes!
Woo!
Nice. Yeah, so you just take and start waterbending, and you kind of open up a path for someone else to get in. G or One Way, I don't know if you're around, but what are you guys doing?
I think I was pretty much the closest because like I fucking pushed a pillar and everything. So I'll definitely like try to grab the scroll, get it to safety.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you're going to try and push your luck. You're trying to get in between these like falling things with a pillar on top of it. You're trying to get through now less fire, but still some fire.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Go, go.
A mixed success. Okay. The GM tells you what other... Oh, okay. I'll tell you what it's going to cost you.
Okay.
Let me see. So, you are...
Matt is like, how can I make her suffer?
So your balance is between forgiveness and action. You can do this, but I think this is definitely shifting your balance towards action, right? You are
towards it, not further away from it.
Yes, towards action and away from forgiveness.
And it's balance, not center, right?
Correct. So you were at 0-0, and now you're going to be at +1 action and -1 forgiveness. See how that works?
Let me screen share. 2 seconds. There. So, don't I put it there?
Sorry,
because that's sorry. So that's balance, right? So don't I put it there?
Um.
Because it's -1 if I put it there, not +1. Or do you want me to put it there?
No,
and
right. Nope.
that-
That's the right spot because you want to
Okay,
be
cool.
you want to be towards action and away from forgiveness.
Okay.
Those things,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, stream. Everything's back to normal now? No?
Yeah,
Fuck.
we're good.
Fucked everything up. I'm so sorry, I didn't think of that.
No, that's no problem.
We're good?
Yep,
Cool.
good to go. Okay. One way, what are you doing? G has the scroll in hand. Sister Sanj is engaged with Lan.
Is the fire still going?
It is a little bit, but Una is really starting to put it out with her waterbending.
So is Lon near me?
No, like totally far away. They're at the other end of like this long bookcase.
And this doesn't have, so I'm not, so hold on. So I'm no longer in combat, as you're telling me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the combat is like kind of too far away because he rushed in the opposite direction from where you are.
All right. I guess I will assess the situation because I'm not immediately threatened.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Go for it. So, roll with creativity. We'll see if you
7.
make success. So ask one of the questions.
What can I use here to totally put out the fire?
Oh, okay. So what can I use here to totally put out the fire? Actually, if you kick out one of these shelves and let the shelf just totally fall, it'll smother the fire.
Okay. That's good to know. So I can do that next time then.
But if you wanted to do that, Lan is still under it technically, trying to get out, but Sanj is blocking his way. You know,
but
so
I can
that'd
do
be
this.
An obstacle. Yeah.
I couldn't do that this turn though. Was it?
No, I would say probably not.
Okay, so I'll take the +1 ongoing for when I act on the answer.
Yeah,
that's
perfect.
fine.
Sanj, are you gonna stay in combat with Lan as he is trying to escape?
I guess. I mean, we have the scroll, so there's probably no purpose to continuing to stay.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because you got your objective more or less.
I guess I kind of like wanted more information from him, but at this point, I'm pretty tired, so I feel like I should.
You can ask him something.
I can.
Yeah, like instead of a combat move, you can like ask him something as he pushes past you.
Okay, so I'll ask him why.
Okay, what do you say?
I'm gonna say, yeah, literally, like, I think just why. I think that that's pretty self-explanatory.
Sure. I'm gonna say, and I think this is why, not just asking, but like accusing him too. Like, why would you do not just this thing? Yeah. Why don't you roll to call someone out?
Where's that?
So when you openly call on someone to live up to their principles.
Call someone else
I
like
see
at
it.
the top of the page, yeah. You got it.
I needed to know where I was clicking.
Shift your balance
sorry.
away from center, then name the role with their principle. So, you're going to shift your balance, but you can choose which way you're doing it.
So I can shift for it closer to center?
No, you're going to shift it away from the center. But are you at 0, right now?
No, I'm at 2 and 0.
Oh, you're going to have to go to 3.
Okay.
In order to, because you have to shift away from center.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're going to roll with...
I don't know, when I click on it, it tells me what it's rolling with.
There you go.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Okay, a full success. So his is gonna shift again. As he like pushes past, as you say why, and stops as he's about to go like past around a corner, and turns back to you, and says, "I'm doing this for my people.
for the Bonte. And for yours. You don't want these things destroyed. That is what's going to happen to everything here. And as he looks back, and as you look back at your friends with the fire burning, you look back to where Lon was, and he's gone. The rest of you, what are you doing to put out this fire?
If I saw that bookshelf, I'll say that if we knock that one down, I think it'll smother it.
I mean, I damaged it enough already. Might as well, you know?
I'll make a puddle underneath so when it's knocked down, it'll go into water.
Yeah, definitely. So you just kind of throw the rest of your water under, and you guys kind of like check one of these so that all of a sudden the bookshelf falls, smothering the fire as the other one falls on over as well. That pillar kind of continues to roll out of the way as you look around, and Monk Ami comes like hobbling, favoring his left leg down the stairs as his eyes are just wide. What happened? Who?
G would look at him and she would go, "Sir, you have great architects, because you're missing a pillar right now and it's still standing."
A pillar!
Alright, what are you guys gonna do?
G would give Sister Sanj the scroll.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go to Monkami and say, now what do? We have the scroll.
Fly. Take it. Take it to safety.
And as he looks around the library, he says,
This place is obviously no longer safe.
Well, that might be because of me, but...
What? You?
So
no.
you were defending our honor. It's fine. I would say then that I would gesture to everybody and say, I think that all of us together have to deliver this. We need all of our powers together to create balance in order to successfully deliver this to the Eastern Air Temple.
I do need someone to save my life when I do shit rolls.
That's a roll. What do you think?
Rolls?
Huh?
Can I suck some of my water out of the rolls and like kind of rebuild the pillar with ice and be like, that might hold you until you can get that fixed.
That's just gonna melt. Damn.
I wanna
quite
hurry
warm
up
here.
then.
and as you all, I'm gonna montage the end of this, a little bit as you all make your way out, quickly getting some supplies as you fly away from this air temple. You look back and see the furrowed brows of the old fire sage Zagen watching you as you fly away.
I think he doesn't like us.
And we're gonna end there.
I would like to, as he's watching us, I'd like to spray paint in the air and bend like a big fucking middle finger to him as we fly away. Like just a cloud of...
Beautiful.
High five!
Well, good shit, everybody.
Yes!
That was wonderful.
Great. That was really fun. That was really, really fun.
Good. Yeah. Gonna learn. Now that I'm looking at some of these moves, I have to really figure out what they mean. And I bet, because this has been around since like this summer, the internet has given more explanations. So I'm gonna have to look at the internet before we play again 2 weeks from today. Right?
Be there or be square, chat.
Yeah, what do we got? The 30th, January 30th is our next
Oh
session.
my god. Almost February already.
I know.
I hate that.
That's
thought.
okay. I've only been trying to get this game started since this summer. So, that's how that goes. Yeah, you know, I tried to find some happy music that
I
wasn't.
mean, it was good.
D&D
My only
cabinet.
disappointment...
Except for like this flying away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only letdown was that the cabbage guy didn't make an appearance. That was my only... Or
Well,
Cabbage
this
Guy's
is
great-grandfather.
100 years before the Cabbage Merchant.
Cabbage Guy's great-grandfather didn't make it.
Yeah, seriously.
Not well.
Definitely
He
a
was
family
not
business.
selling cabbages to the air merchants, but doesn't mean it won't happen. Yeah,
I love the cabbage guy. I had to buy some for Anpu.
some cabbages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope my little koala otter was buried in his fur somewhere.
yeah. I
Who
want
knows
to. I
now,
want to build
maybe.
that. So when you came out, they were kind of standoffish. I want them to have an arc too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got to use a lot of the game. We did a lot more shifting of balance than I had thought, but I think that's an important part of the game.
I feel like it's easy to like be out though, because like I don't know, most of us went to 3 or -3 pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, a lot of the moves shift balance, I'm realizing.
Yeah.
Which is
I didn't
which is
shift balance at all, but
Oh,
I
you
lost
didn't?
fatigue.
but you lost
Yeah.
fatigue or gaining conditions. So you can get taken
Yeah, I got
out
a
like
condition.
you can get like taken out with conditions or with moving your balance. Those are like the two ways to be kind of like not killed, but like taken out. And if you mark all your fatigue, then the next time you have to mark a fatigue, you get a condition instead. So that's how conditions
Got it.
stack up super quick too. And obviously that battle was just to get like 4-on-1.
So, because Matt always forgets to help us advance,
No,
I'll take care of
I actually remembered. I'm on it. The questions, growth in it on the
yeah.
page. So we are gonna ask 3 questions, all of us together, and then each of you has your own question you're asking based on your playbook. So first, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? There's a war coming. I would say,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you all mark 1 for that. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
We kept the scroll within our, with us.
Yeah, there was a danger to your culture at least to lose this thing. So
Yeah.
I would say that's not a stretch. That's 1. Did you guide a companion toward balance or end the session at your center? So I think Una is the only one that ended the session at her center, right?
Yeah.
So
0-0.
Una can mark a 3rd one, but you guys didn't really guide a companion toward balance. That might be the next one. When you're, now that we've had a battle, the next session might be you guys helping each other out a little bit more. There's some moves for that. So Una is going to mark an advancement
Oh.
already. Everyone
That is-
else might look at your playbook and see what your specific task.
I think I did.
Your advancement move. Read yours out loud for us.
So mine is did you accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition? So one of my burdens and traditions is safekeeping records from destruction.
Well, I think that is entirely the purpose of this session and now this campaign going forward. Yes. So I think you mark that, and you also mark an advancement.
My question is, did you improve the lives of a community of average citizens?
Did you?
I mean, I saved their scrolls. I'm just saying.
I don't know that that improved.
Yeah,
the
no, I
commu-
don't think I did.
I think probably not this time.
Yeah.
What about you, One Way?
No.
What is yours, just so we can have an idea?
Did I learn something meaningful or important about my lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? So no. My lineage is not tied to this at all.
That's true. Okay. So I think 2 people mark advancement and 2 people are 1 away. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. So when you mark advancement, you can... Hang on, I'm not on that page anymore. You can take a new move from your playbook, up to a maximum of 4 moves from your playbook. You can take a move from another playbook to a maximum of 2 moves from a different playbook. You can raise a stat by 1, up to a max of +2 in any given stat. You can shift your center 1 step, but you can only take that growth advancement twice. Or you can unlock your moment of balance.
I don't know what any of that means.
7, 8, 9.
Well,
So we're only gonna grow 9 times. Because there's 9 options here.
we are only playing 6-ish sessions, so you are probably...
Okay.
So you would only be able
Okay,
to
got it.
grow a maximum of that number. Yeah, this is
Okay.
going to be... forgot to say that to chat. This is going to be a short run campaign, so when I think of a kind of shorter run campaign, I think we decided more than like the 4, so probably like... My goal is 6-ish sessions, and we'll kind of see how it comes out in the wash with the story.
So does that mean that I can move my balance back towards center?
No. This was actually moving the center of your balance. So right now your center is 0, 0, which means you're a balanced individual when you're at 0, 0. But you can change that, and you can be a balanced individual like 1 step to the side. Like for you, if you decide, oh, I'm way more interested in my role than freedom, your center can be closer to the role and away from freedom. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
Or you can take a new move from your playbook,
Or a different playbook, yeah.
or you can increase a stat that you use a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to improve focus as soon as I can because that -1 has been fucking me over.
So good. Yeah,
Okay.
-1 when you roll 2d6s and need a 7 to succeed is pretty tough. It's like,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, so
But
don't...
I also like it because it feels like she's starting to understand her airbending power and like
Yeah.
she's gonna have a growing arc, you know? I like that.
I think these short run campaigns are fun because you can definitely have like some definite growth mechanically and also in your character.
Yeah.
So I'll say this out loud so I don't forget to say this next time. Because you are all flying on Anpu, the bison, you all will like get rid of 1 fatigue or something like that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? So don't do
Yeah.
that yet. We'll do that at the beginning of the next session, but just
Okay.
remind. It's going to be 2 weeks, so because whenever you fly on them, right?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys, for playing with me. Thank you, those that have watched. Thank you, me, for realizing that when I am on break, everyone can still hear everything we're saying. And see everyone in 2 weeks.
Bye.
It's a long, long way.
Bye. To bossing, say.